Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Big Mark. Today we are going to be discussing lasagna and its variations.
Yes, so today, folks, let's talk about the concept of lasagna, which is the layering of fruits, nuts, vegetables, meat, cheeses in between layers of pasta-like substance. And looking into it a little bit, some of it goes back to ancient Greece and Rome and things that they did. It came to in Italy. There was no way the same. They're all tomato, but the variation of what kind of meats they put in, and cheeses, all varies, is according to where you're from. The United States, it became popular after the war when some of the GIs coming back from having had the culinary experiences of Europe, especially those who were in Italy, and they wanted something different. And lasagna was one of the things that came in. It became a dish, especially for gatherings where you had what we call a stand-up type of buffet, where you're entertaining 8, 9, or 10 people in your home, and all you want to have to eat is a fork, because you can't cut something standing up. And lasagna became a great foil for that, because you could put anything you wanted into it. It could be done ahead of time, and it was very easy to handle. And actually doing ahead of time, as I've discovered, any casserole type problem is certainly beneficial. I don't know what happens overnight with things, but the taste and flavors meld better. They get rounded out. They become softer and much more enjoyable for some reason. It's been proven to me time and time again. The lasagnas I was serving tomato, what came to me one time, I was out at home with somebody spilled a lasagna on the rug, in a part of a bright white rug and a white couch, and the lady was not too gracious about it. Matter of fact, she went ballistic. And I said, no, we got to figure out something that we can do that'd be as equally adept casserole. So I made what I called at the time French lasagna, which made the same pasta noodles, but layering it with, you made a basic bechamel, added cheese, which becomes a Mornay sauce, and then layered that with breast of turkey, fontina cheese, and spinach that was sauteed with some shallot, maybe a little touch of nutmeg. And just layered that up like you would a normal lasagna, and it became quite popular. The other benefit was that on the wine end of it, where you'd normally serve white wine with the red lasagna, that usually serve red wine, which red wine spilling was another problem for people's apartments and things. So it's the idea of getting lasagna. There's all kinds of things you can do, especially nowadays. We have these fresh pasta shops, and they have all different flavors, mushroom flavors and butternut squash flavor, whatever. Pasta, you can have them cut to your own size of your pan that you want to do, and then layer it again with whatever you want. I'm going to do one this week with butternut squash, which I'm going to layer with a caramelized brown butter caramelized onion sauce with dried cranberries and sage in it. And layer that up with either Jalsberger or Gruyere or Emmentaler cheese, Swiss type, but it sounds to me like a good thing. Also, with the new no boil pasta thing, you just put them in. The only thing you have to do is make sure you have a little extra liquid, because they cook a little bit, when they're inside. Incidentally, the fresh pasta you don't have to pre-cook. You just put it in and go to work. So the kinds of lasagna there, if you go online, there are 100 variations. Anything you like in a casserole can be layered in between. I saw one for roasted cauliflower lasagna. Then they had one that was enchilasagna, which was taking, so the pasta noodles, they put tortillas in there and layered it like an enchilada, layered the meats and cheeses in between tortilla. One of the more interesting ones that I saw was a grilled cheese and tomato soup lasagna.
Oh, wow.
And what they did was to take toast, butter it, bake it in the oven so it's toasted, and then get a pan, put 6 pieces of toast on the bottom of it, then layer it with grated cheddar and mozzarella, bread, grated, lots of cheese, bread again at the top. Then take a mixture of 2 cans of tomato soup, 1 can of milk, 5 eggs, salt and pepper, beat it all up, pour it over it, let it sit for a minute, then in the oven, 400-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. And people who came out, the picture of it looked like it came out of a piece, as they say. So anyway, lasagna is a foil for stand-up affairs. I think probably more of that until restaurants get open again, that people will want a one good solid dish casserole with a salad, good bread and some good wine. You've got a nice, have a nice entertainment. Lasagna preparation certainly fills that bill.
Well, I should say so. I'm amazed by the grilled cheese and tomato soup one. That's definitely light in calories, it sounds like.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. So we're gonna just quickly taste a Sangiovese based wine. This is from Tuscany in Italy, and this is sort of a value super Tuscan. It's 80% Sangiovese, 20% Cabernet Sauvignon, and very lasagna friendly. So you smell on the nose what I always consider the hallmark of Sangiovese is a tomato leaf smell. And you've got a nice acid structure and richness, and definitely super lasagna friendly wine. So thank you all for.
Well, wait, before you go, Marky, what would you serve with my French lasagna? White.
Oh, well, I think I would probably go for a lightly oaked Chardonnay.
Okay.
What would you do? Viognier?
I would like the Viognier because that's the wine I'm partial to anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think both of those would be quite nice, and certainly champagne.
That I wouldn't like. I don't like champagne.
Little Bollinger or something.
No.
Lift those turkey breasts.
I'm too old. The bubbly stuff bothers me.
All right. Well, it's been nice seeing everyone, and we'll be back next week.